welcome to the Mrs. Best Reviews channel. I am Mrs. Best. We are here to go over the Housewives of Rhode Island. This is season 1, episode 11. This is the live review. This episode was titled Stay Calm and Carry On. I do want to encourage everybody, please see the links in the description of this video. There are links to other great creators, as well as James, who will be starting soon. He is late, so I will be jumping into it. We'll catch his opinions once we are discussing the show. I also encourage all of the new subscribers, people watching, if you enjoy what we're doing, give the video a like. It is very much appreciated. It does actually help little creators like myself in the algorithm. I do appreciate you. I welcome you, and I thank all of our existing and new subscribers as well. Just so you know, James, I am in school. I am working full time at this new job, and then my schedule for YouTube is heavy. So I am gonna, when you're late, just jump into it. It's easier, but I am happy you are here. The link to his channel, you guys, is in the description. Let me get these comments. I had a bunch before I even got here. Thank y'all. At least I know y'all seeing the lives, because sometimes YouTube does not show them. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm almost ready for my videos to be hyped. I don't think it lets you yet if you're monetized, or if you're not monetized. I don't think we can do anything but post, honestly. I don't think so. Say something. Did you speak, James? I can't hear you. I saw your lips move, but I was like, I can't hear you. Oh, now I can.
Okay, I was having issues getting in here, and I'm having issues.
It's probably StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I've been trying to get in for like the last 5 minutes.
StreamYard did that to me on your channel the last 3 weeks.
Okay, I'm gonna say mute because I don't have my microphone. I had to unplug it because I thought that was the issue. So, yeah, I'm having issues today. Sorry, don't mean to.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Technology don't work. It's not your fault. I just didn't want you to think like, damn, she just got started.
No, please continue. No, start. I will get here. Trust me. Start.
It's my favorite Bravo show. Well, one of my faves. This show is new, but I think a lot of people love this show. A lot of people love it. Also, please excuse my background, y'all. It's a lot going on. Hi, Naya. Happiest of Mondays. Monday is hell. Myself and James are new employers, and we both now work from home. But sometimes I prefer in-person work for training. I will say that.
Same here, because I had way too many issues today for me to be at home. Way too many. Like literally, I was texting her the whole time, talking about, "Oh my God, come get me, please."
It's normal with work from home. Like a lot of times, it's difficult getting started. But once you're into like your role, you'll love it. Don't give up. That's why I keep saying, hang in there. Hang in there. Hello, Kevin Reynolds. Welcome in. Welcome in. Hello to my twin, Shani. We will forever remember her birthday is May the 31st. Okay. I'm going to remember it. Oh, thank you. Yes, like the video, Thuggin' Cousins. We will be having a great time this evening. After this live, we'll head to James's channel to go over the Housewives of Atlanta. I think that's all you have today, right?
That is it. That is all. Thank God.
I don't know why I thought you had more, but that won't be till the end of the month. So he's going to get back Next Gen NYC.
Which I believe they come on a Thursday, I believe.
On the 29th?
I believe isn't that a Thursday?
I have no idea. Let's see what Siri says. Because I don't know. I barely knew today was June 8th. I said, wait.
Oh, no, that's a Monday. Oh, shit.
No.
We don't have any lives too.
Oh, yeah, the 29th is a Monday.
Damn. I thought it was
Rhode Island will be gone.
True.
Rhode Island will be gone. I'll replace it with something else, but I'll probably do it.
I would have to do it Tuesday.
Why?
Because it comes on a Monday. So I'd have to do it on a Tuesday.
Oh, snap. You're right. See, my brain, y'all, is not. See? American born, you understand. I wish there was another option outside of StreamYard. I actually think YouTube would be smart to give us the ability that we use on StreamYard for them. Because all that we're doing here, they could do and build into the studio. But they have all these stupid requirements. Like you can't collaborate with other creators until you're like at a certain point. It's all this stuff. YouTube needs to get it together. The internet is ghetto. Not my call it the internet ghetto. It does. It tells us when we're trying to enter live sometimes, network traffic busy. Too many people are on StreamYard right now. I'm like, there's no excuse. And then when you go to StreamYard for help, they're like, well, maybe it's your computer. No, because when I use OBS or Streamlabs, I have no problem. Just saying. In the words of Dollar Bill for the Players Club, why they being prohibited? Oh Lord, I love this show. It took me a minute to get into it, but I love it. I think all of us love Rhode Island. I think we were a little skeptical because Bravo likes to throw boring ass colorless enterprises at us. But this is not giving Salt Lake City, which to me is overrated because they get by on scandals and talking to blogs. I want to see what they're going to do this season. I'm going to give them a clean slate. And then OC has always been boring. RHORI used to be interesting, but always been kind of boring. So I was happy to see these ladies give us something interesting. Very happy. Okay, get that check. Praying for a good signal for you both. Uh-oh, I can't hear you again. Oh, you're muted.
I was muted. It wasn't a signal for me, baby. It was the databases and systems of the other people.
Ew. Well, my job hired a girl who doesn't know how. We had to literally walk her through copy and paste. And I saw the supervisors getting frustrated. So I was like, okay, so here's a shortcut. If you click and you hit Control A, it'll highlight everything. Now, after it does that, just hit Control C. I thought we got so far. She then said, Amina, but how do I paste it? I said, it is 2026. We have been copy and pasting since before me and James was developed.
Before I even had a computer.
We'll
the moment somebody taught me how to do it, I instantly started doing it. So yes.
I would hate to see how she did in the floppy disk era. I would hate to see her go through it. Windows 98 with a floppy disk, 3.5 floppy? What you mean? American Boy said, ready for this review. I love this show as well. Please let me drag these ATL hosts.
Come on over to Watch Your Mouth Reviews. Yes, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. We'll be doing that right after this.
Oh, Lord. Those puppets I sent y'all earlier. Not Shaddy. Shaddy has been sending us and Kevin Riddle's videos of the housewives, like as cartoons, puppets. It's funny. They look like how they act in those videos. Yes, and I heard Candy say that Riley is going back to get her law degree.
Yes, go ahead, Riley.
I bet the divorce inspired her. Let me go get some popcorn. Kevin Reynolds is greeting Mr. James Jackson. Welcome in, welcome in. They must be colorless. Talk about it's your fault their shit don't work. Let me They haven't said a word from Salt Lake. They were warned and not a peep. They have been filming. They were here in the Bay Area filming. I know some content creators out here. My sister's a huge content creator out here. Naima Travels, follow her on TikTok. But they were out here. They were not answering fan questions who was coming up to them in the restaurants. They would stop and give you a photo, and that was about it. They said these ladies are on a tight leash. So good. Very good. Because Salt Lake City is a great show. They ruin their own show talking to the blogs. That's where they all mess up. Hi, Sandra. Welcome in. Sandra also covers this show, you guys. Please go by her channel, support her, tap in. Her lives are really fun. They're also really, really welcoming. Go. It's fun. Let's see. I'm finally learning these women's names because they all looked alike from the beginning of the season. That's true. They still kind of all look alike with the exception of Liz. She just looks like Dolores.
Yeah.
She definitely looks like
and Dolores ain't on the show enough for me to care about who she looked like. So yes.
Naya, you was born in 91. Do you listen to Larry June? I was born in 91. Product of the dope game. Okay, go listen to some Bay Area music. You're welcome. He made a whole song about being born in 1991. And I listen to it often. James gonna drag there's nothing to do with Atlanta but to drag them, because everybody,
right.
they're all
And
doing the same thing.
especially in Giselle and her Charlotte's Web on her neck that made an appearance. Yeah, y'all know I'm gonna drag.
Charlotte's Web. I used to like that story till I came to YouTube.
I used to like that story until I saw the movie Grown. Then I saw how problematic it was.
Several movies for us. Let me get into the episode. I just wanted to greet everybody for being here, and I do appreciate you. Also, hello and Thug Life to our replay gang. Shout out to anybody watching when we're not live. Welcome to the channel. I hope you like me enough to consider coming back. Now she looked presentable.
Everything but the hair.
Her hair always looks dangerously dry to me.
She probably got that condition I got, where you got to literally get a handful of Vaseline and I be having this situation. That's why yeah.
Now you're in a state with much more African American hair products, I would imagine.
Yes.
You could get past that.
I can get past that. Some oil treatments and stuff. I didn't have that in Phoenix. Walmart don't like to play as Black folks in Phoenix, so I'm glad I'm here with my color folks.
Oh, Lord. Go to the beauty supply in the hood. Everything you need to be there. I mean, go to where you don't matter if you lock your car or not, something's getting stolen. That's the place you want to go. It is. They have all. I still go to DP Stokely for my hair care products. You better believe it. I don't want to be bald.
Oh, that's a given. Everybody did that. But I'm just saying, listen, it didn't matter which hot tea tree oil I put in this scalp because it was so dry out there, it would dry my hair right up.
The humidity will probably help where you're at. Because
when I lived in Florida, that was the situation too. I didn't have dandruff or anything.
Dry heat is the devil. Y'all, but we start this episode with Joellen leaving a meeting with Liz. It did not go well at all. I think Joellen made the right decision to leave the meeting with Liz. She wasn't going to get anywhere. I feel like Liz is used to hearing yes. I feel like Liz purposefully friends people younger than her so that she can always feel like she's right to say yes. And I'm kind of over Liz. I've never cared for Liz on this show. I know a lot of us had high hopes for her because she was connected to Dolores, but I could do without Liz. I don't care for her. I feel like because she realized attacking Alicia is not in her favor, she wanted to place blame on somebody else. That's why when somebody tells me to be quiet if I'm trying to mediate, I be quiet and let whatever happens happen. I tried. What else can you do? Not much happened though. Alicia or Joellen left. She called Alicia while in the car. What they supposed to do? Do you have anything to add on the fallout? Because I know it was just the beginning of it, but
I just don't understand why everybody's kissing Liz's ass and wants to be her friend so bad. I need somebody to answer that question. It's because of Dolores.
I feel like they only want to kiss her ass because it's season 1. When they were filming, we didn't know about this show, and they originally had Dolores coming on to help the show, and Liz was the closest to her. So I feel like that's why, because she doesn't give scary.
She doesn't. She to me, or maybe to them, because to us, because we've seen scarier. That maybe it doesn't. That wouldn't faze me. All this with her jumping up and down and pulling people chairs and shit. Where we're from, she would have just got the shit slapped out of her, and then we would have moved on. But see, I guess out here in Rhode Island, it's a little bit different. Everybody's so scared of her, but I wouldn't be scared of her at all. Actually, I would love it.
Y'all remember Jennifer Aiden from Housewives of New Jersey and some of these other women. She was playing in too many people's face. And who was it? Danielle, who got in her face and tore that ass up.
Dirty.
So it's just these. Because East Coast women are usually pretty feisty, especially the Italian ones and all of that. So I was surprised to see Liz act that way. Let me get the comments before we move forward. I do agree with the fact that she be high. She comes in on 10. Maybe it's like when you give people, like, how for the kids who have ADHD, Adderall calms them down. But for the fools that be wanting to take the shit illegally, it wakes them up and they could party all night. Maybe the weed is having an adverse effect on Liz because of the menopause. Who knows? Who knows? But she definitely do be high on her own supply. I would too if I owned a cannabis club.
I would be like somebody, I used to work at Starbucks and I never drank the coffee. Like I never saw the hype in it. I just worked there because I thought it was a popular place to be, and it was a place to make money. I was definitely wrong and stayed there longer than I should have. I should have went to In-N-Out Burger like my neighbor did. I don't care about smelling like onions. It'll be all right. I'll just take a bath.
Well, they
I
pay
should have
well.
did that. They do pay well. They paid way better than Starbucks ever did. So that's why I was like, damn, I should have went to In-N-Out, but I didn't want to smell like onions.
They
Now
want to make
looking,
you have a baby face. I think they make the men cut their hair. There's a lot that they have rules for. The veins in her neck scares them very, very Hulk-like. Yeah. They all want Mary Jane from Skeletor. That could also be it. Skeletor. That could also be it, though. Maybe they want the plug walk. We don't know. They want something. I don't get it either, James. All Liz probably got is some good weed. I don't trust no weed that's not grown and sold in California, because by the time it's shipped to y'all, the shit's ran stale.
But I was say, or maybe she got some good connections somewhere where maybe people just want to attach themselves because she's so rich. Maybe that's what it is. Because everybody's not on this show that I'm noticing are not as rich. Yeah, they're not as loaded as Liz is. They kind of falling behind. I'm noticing that.
Speaking of Liz looking like Dolores, I came across an old picture of Liz. She looked better before. She did. She has a whole new face. Larsa Pippen 2.0. I wish to never, like in 10 years, if people show a picture of me today, I just want to look aged. I don't want to look like a totally different person. Like I miss back in the day when plastic surgery was supposed to be like, oh, have you been working out? It's an enhancement versus that's a whole new face. People, can you imagine missing photos going up for Liz? We wouldn't be able to find her. Oh, hell no, I got a black mama. Hell, I am a black mama. Liz don't scare nobody around here. She looked better before, but honestly, most of the women did. Yep, even Larsa. She just had thin eyebrows, but nothing makeup couldn't fix. It amazes me how many people do not get why Liz responded the way she did towards Alicia and Joellen. I personally get it. I think because regardless of them having the right to respond a certain way, they got to learn how to respond with respect. Like, I don't give a fuck if someone is right. Tell me that you are right with some respect. I definitely think Liz needs to learn to calm down and use her words. All she had to say was, I don't want to talk about this no more.
Or why do we keep bringing this up? She shouldn't have said anything at all. See, this is my and I get what you're saying, Kevin Reynolds, because I understand. Liz did have a point, but Liz can't tell somebody how they should feel or a situation that, she was not in personally. She can't tell somebody how to respond regardless if they're right or wrong. And then she can't get mad at people when they say, hey, like, I'm just trying to mediate. Like, be cool. You overstepping your boundaries. You can't get mad at somebody because they don't understand you. Like, you just can't do that.
I think also when you're on TV, sometimes you just got to accept that some people won't get it. And that's just in life, too. Some people, you can explain stuff to you black and blue in the face. They're just not going to understand it. They're just not. Do it without demeaning. Exactly. She waited too long to say something. She should have said something right in the moment it happened. Yep. And corrected Alicia. To come back weeks later and then aggressively was weird. Also, she was right. So it's interesting how she doubled back this episode. I had sent James a little thing. So I work in clinical work and I do social work, defining what homeless is recognized as in all 50 states. Alicia was not homeless. I know y'all like to think couch surfing counts as homeless. It counts as not having a primary residence, but you still have a residence. So Alicia was not homeless by definition. And there are lots of definitions for being homeless. And Alicia does not align with any of them unless you manipulate the terms to work in her favor. But I feel like I've been saying for weeks, Liz should have let the audience watch and respond instead of coming at Alicia. But I also feel like these women need to stop being so weak, because not a bitch on the planet, not a man on the earth, not a human that bleed like me could tell me or could make me feel afraid. So I just feel like some of these women need thicker skin. I know y'all love Alicia, but what are you doing on reality TV if your response is that I just don't want to argue? But we see Rula. She is not a remote worker this week. Rula is actually out and working for her check. She says she goes to see her husband, Brian, at his foot doctor office, and apparently she has terrible luck. I feel like this is why Rula feels like it's okay for this man to cheat, because at this point she's okay with it. Maybe she pops up to the office and it's like, well, he is where he says he's going to be when he's at work or something. I don't know. But she pops up with food. I guess she lost a toenail at the house. Rula, you have been in the ER. You said you was pale. You've lost weight, had low blood pressure, been hypoglycemic. I mean, Rula done had a stroke. She's lost a leg. We've amputated 3 of her toes and 1 of her fingers. What we doing, Rula? Ain't no way you having all these issues. And now you telling me you lost a toenail in your house. How long was the damn toenail to lose the fucking foot? I'm just trying to understand. Right, Naya, where's your scooter? Nene,
Rula had to let y'all know she really was not faking it this time. That she, had to let you know she calling out sick for a reason. She missing a toe.
Rula. I don't know what to do with Rula. I really don't know what to do with Rula. I don't. The thing I love most about this lady is her commitment to deflection, and that I can say her name is Rulala. That's all I care about at this point. All we get from this scene, her toes healing up well. I'm sure he could have told you that at home. And she's going to throw an Arabian-themed party. They're going to invite everybody except Joellen, because apparently that's where Brian draws the line. The fact that Brian thinks that he has enough pull to draw any line when you have given a certain percentage of your business to your side chick, you've been caught publicly cheating. Later on, we're going to see that you've been arrested for tracking your wife and you're on camera cheating. But you think that you could draw the line at, I don't want her in my house. Something tells me that Rula is paying for that house. I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel that way. And I'm sick of it. But how do you feel about this little scene with Rula in the doctor office?
We can move on, because I didn't care.
She did too much. I think, Rula, you deflected too much. Now, a little bit of deflection's okay, but when you have ran away from every single problem that you have been presented with for 11 weeks in a row on a show that has thrived, we're going to stop caring eventually. Please don't keep Rula on this show the way that y'all keep people like Heather Gay, Meredith Marks on shows who refuse to give anything. Like, stop giving away free money, Bravo. Call somebody who wants to work. Just saying. Rula irks me. After Liz said it the first time, oh, you were never homeless, and Alicia bit back, she should have just left it alone. Yeah, she should have.
I agree, 100%.
She should have. From a kid's? When she said, I get nervous when she gets in his chair, made me think twice on his care of his wife. Yeah. If my husband was a doctor, I wouldn't be nervous about nothing, child. I'd be at that office for everything. We are not billing our insurance. Why meet the deductible when you're here? What you mean? I hope she has good insurance. Rula's a walking workers' comp claim. She really is. Rula said this time is real. It's like, girl, we don't even care anymore. Rula can't come back next season. She's got too many family leave of absence claims now. She sure do. From a kid's mindset, I can understand why Alicia used the word homeless, yet definition-wise, it was used incorrectly. I don't give a fuck about her mindset as a child. She's an adult today. Use the mindset of the adult today that's very much so housed. My God. Like, Alicia, I love Alicia, though, because of the fact that she would use a term like that, but she has to understand, like, it's offensive to people who really went through the struggle. It is. It is. Joellen's not invited, but the side chick probably gonna be there in disguise. Maybe it's the belly dancer.
I thought it was that belly dancer too. The way he was trying to motorboat them titties, I was like, yeah, it's definitely that belly dance.
I have a feeling Brian wants a belly dancer shaped like his wife, and that is not shade towards the belly dancer, but I have a feeling based on Rula being tiny as hell and the side chick also being pretty petite.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what he wants. I feel like that's why Rula hired that lady. It's in my notes. Okay. I feel like she hired somebody she knew he would not get too closely attached to. Lord, the way he was dancing with the belly. The FMLA is maxed out. I cannot with y'all. All 12 weeks was used. I cannot. But we're going to move forward from Rula into more BS and someone else who I don't feel needs to come back as a full-time housewife. That's Ashley and Jared. They are making food for their family. And I'm a mandated reporter, and I've never wanted to report parents more than these people. I go to San Francisco and visit families in the projects, okay? In Double Rock, Sunnydale, HP, all of that. And they feed their children better than Ashley and Jared was feeding these kids. I want to make tacos. I love the Taco Bell seasoning pack. Bitch, go to Taco Bell. That probably would have been cleaner and faster if that's the case. What are you doing? The little boy, oh, he's going to eat macaroni and cheese. I'm just looking like, whatever works for your household. But I'm amazed at how stressed out Ashley is when she has her parents who seem to always be available to help her with the kids, in addition to other people in the family. Then they mentioned they also have a sitter from time to time. So I'm looking at Ashley and Jared with a little bit of concern. But the lease on Audrey's, which is the coffee shop and lounge they own, is going to be up shortly. They are considering closing it. Well, it sounds like it's all up to Jared. That's what I got. Because everything that Ashley wanted and suggested, she would turn to her mama and be like, well, it's up to him. Well, it's up to him. No, bitch, you're married. If what he is doing for a living impacts you both financially, then he should be a part of that discussion. I don't care if Audrey's is in his name as the sole proprietor, business owner, whatever you want to call it. You're married and it's impacting your marriage. He's also a parent to your children, and he doesn't seem to be much of a parent because of this business that you're consider closing. Now, they've been telling us that this business has not been profitable for the entire season, but now they say they're considering extending the lease because Jared wants to complete events that people have booked there. And then he says it would be the most beneficial thing to close the restaurant. But then he followed it up with saying, but Audrey's has been successful and is becoming successful and didn't want to change it. I am an indecisive person. I am a true Gemini. However, when it comes to business, I feel like whether you're doing a YouTube channel, opening a coffee shop, or hell, starting an ECM clinical business, you need to know what you're going to do and actually get it done. Say what you mean and mean what you say and stick to the plan, while also being open to other things. It doesn't seem like Jared is sure what he wants to do. And I don't know if he's ever going to become sure about what he wants to do. And I don't know how long their marriage gonna last. Also, I get the vibe they're not gonna last forever. But how do you feel about their discussion on what to do with Audrey's?
I feel like it's really putting you in that financial hurdle because they're not saying it without saying it. Because why else would you want to close it? Like, what is it really doing to y'all financially? It's not profitable. It's not working. No matter how many ideas y'all come up with, no matter how many open mics and family events and all.
Well, they're saying it is profitable. They're saying it's becoming that. They're saying it's becoming profitable. I think they're impatient, though.
Yes, I was just about to say, I'm like, are y'all just being impatient because it's not immediately revenuing the way it should? I don't know. It's just, they're confusing to me. I also agree with their kids. It was scary to see her trying to cook. Like, I'm like, I know this ain't no everyday thing, and you just
the stove was on. She didn't add oil. She was just looking. Eventually, her mom stepped in, but I was like, "Girl, what we doing?
What we doing?"
Like,
and I get to cook. And Jared is checked out too. I see it. Jared is very checked out, and I can't understand why, because you can't really read him. He's not very like legible as far as like, do we like her? Does he not? Does he want to be with her? Does he not? Do we love his
I think
kid?
he's very easy to read. I think,
you think so?
Yeah, I think she's doing what a lot of people do in relationships and just looking for reasons to ignore the obvious. He's not that interested. It seems like he's looking for an escape away from his household, and he's clearly not the happiest. That's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But as a wife, get a counselor or understand when to give your spouse space.
True.
Like, there's sometimes my husband go through shit and I'll talk to him, comfort him. well, what do you want? How do you feel? How's this? And he's all into it. There's other times he goes through something, and I can tell, because you should know your spouse if you're at the point of marriage, like, all right, I'm gonna let this nigga have some time to himself for a few hours, and then before bed, I'm gonna check in with him. I feel like Ashley is not deciphering when to come at him about these things. And no man's gonna want to talk about y'all finances in front of his in-laws. That's crazy. That's the demise of a lot of relationships. People's mother-in-laws, like the parents and family, be too involved. Like, have them involved, but don't discuss like your finances and shit with family. Like, once you're grown, should be private. Just saying. Let me get the comments before we move forward. American Born 2 said that Jared is a freak, a nasty freak. Lord. Yeah, that wasn't a good look what they fed the kids. I mean, it was real. A lot of people don't have the time to do a lot for their kids, but most people would have just went to Taco Bell and bought like a combo of tacos and burritos or whatever they could eat.
Just don't tell Mary Cosby.
I'm still mad at Mary Cosby for her 7-Eleven comment years ago. I was so mad at her for that comment, but I love Mary and I hope she's doing well. Audrey's is still in business. I think the show saved it. That would not surprise me. I was thinking to myself, Rhode Island is a small state surrounded by a bunch of other small states where y'all can drive state to state with no problem. I'm sure on a weekend trip, Housewives fans are driving to Audrey's to get a drink. It sounds like you could do a lot there. There's trivia. They serve alcohol. They serve regular coffee. You can book them for an event. Like,
yeah.
They just need to be patient. That'd be like me and James being on YouTube for 3 years and just expecting to be monetized. Like, that's unfucking realistic. You got to do the work consistently and you will see results. It's the same with, I think, any business model. If you're not doing it consistently, you're not going to see results. But maybe they were right to keep it open. And I feel like the show is why they wanted to keep it open, but they probably didn't want to say on TV, like, we want to keep it open because the show might bring business, because it might have an adverse effect. But they're doing okay, I'm sure. This scene was a mess. That man has a love affair with his business, and they were all discussing it like it was a priority. Meanwhile, the kids just want attention and good food. I don't know. I used to have daycare, and much of the kids I watched were like the children of people I knew. But my husband would come in and then wasn't even his kids or my kids, and sometimes would help me feed the kids while telling me about his day. So Jared can do more. He can. I feel like men get away with a lot in terms of being absent parents. But if a mother is tired or goes through it, she's scrutinized or lazy or something. But
which is crazy because I didn't come from that at all. Like, the men in my household, like my uncles, my father, my grandfather, were very like feeding the kids and doing the things that, society would deem a mother should do. Like, it was very equal. So when I always hear people say that, I'm like, damn, I did not come from that at all.
Yeah, my dad was also super active. So it's weird to see whatever this is that Jared is doing. But like, I haven't even seen him acknowledge his kids in a single scene. Like, they're there, they'll be in the same room as him, but we never see him like pick something up or even, are you gonna eat that? Like, he don't even acknowledge them. So I don't know what that's about. That's a little weird, but fathers, the love from them does matter too. Just saying. Shout out to my dad. He be watching my channel. He wants me to cover Raising Canaan, so I'm going to do it, which is crazy, but it's cool. He's working 80 to 90 hours a week, and she is worn out. He could work less. He has a staff.
I thought he closed at like 3.
No, because he has all those events at night. They're a lounge too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they serve alcohol and a bunch of stuff. It's probably becoming profitable because of the show. But what happens if Ashley is no longer on the show? The Bachelor has a cult fan base, but I guess they weren't doing it before. But I don't believe shit they're saying about this business also. There's more that Ashley and Jared are not telling us, y'all. Oh, Lord, not the baby was crying. He sure was. He looks like Flynn. Oh, my God. He does. He actually does. Lord, I was just watching Mufasa yesterday with my husband. I'm a huge Disney fan, y'all. Them babies cried and them people just looked at him. Oh, Lord. Look at Lisa Barlow and what she's been feeding her kids all these years.
That's where my Mary Cosby comes from, because Mary Cosby said, your children and your husband need nutrients. You go to Taco Bell, for crying out loud.
Shaddy said he did talk to the baby in the scene. He said, "Don't worry, buddy, we'll get you some more." Okay, that was good. Okay, I missed that. Well, that's good. That's the first time in 11 weeks, but that's good. Dress them like coffee machines. He will see.
I dress them like coffee machines.
Naya, I love you, Naya, for that. The way y'all are making me giggle. We are gonna move forward from Ashley and Jared, y'all. Don't judge me, James, because I ain't got much for this scene. Liz and Dolores met with state senators about passing a bill that protects women with menopause. They're trying to look like they're doing something, but this bill was passed before this show ever filmed. I just want everybody to know. I did look it up. This bill was passed with those two women who are in an all-male government for Rhode Island. What the fuck are the women doing in Rhode Island? You bitches need to vote for more than MAGA. I've been seeing y'all political affiliations come out, but I find it very, very strange the way that they were presenting themselves about it. Now, I'm sure you got a meeting because this is a show based in Rhode Island. We don't have much from Rhode Island aside from the negative story of that one guy who was in Providence, who was a football player and offed his girl. And Pauly D is from Rhode Island, from Jersey Shore. We didn't have much. So I can understand why they would invite these women. But, good for Rhode Island for catching up to what other places have done. I don't believe they're the first in the country to protect women with menopause. California's been doing it for some time. I know because when my mother went through menopause, she was given protections. So, but good for them. I do think it's important for women to have rights. In other countries, when we have our menstrual cycles, we are given time up with pay. Sorry, men, until you know what it's like to bleed every fucking month from your uterine lining, you're not going to get the time off. I just feel like women should have these things off. We shouldn't be required to work on our periods. We should not be required to have to be at work and held to the same standard while we are going through menopause, hormonal changes, growing babies, all these things. Women definitely need more rights. Good for them. I hope more comes of it. Would you like to add anything, James Jackson?
Just like what Shani did. Shout out to my girl Shani. I fast forward Dolores and Liz scene. I just could, because they look too much alike for me. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
I didn't understand what was the purpose of them going there. I'm like, if you're going to tell us you're putting on an event with the state, fine. If are you donating? Okay. But they were just there.
Dolores doesn't even live there. Like, the fuck?
That's what I was thinking.
The fuck are you even doing? Like,
you don't live here.
You don't live here. I get you partnering her for the business, Victor, but y'all ain't got to do all this.
I think Bravo put too much on Dolores for this show because Dolores doesn't give much on New Jersey. Dolores, no shade. I love Dolores, but she's not main character energy. She gives friend of. Her and Shamia, some of the best friend ups we've had, but when they get upgraded, things happen. But we're gonna move forward. Rosie goes to meet with Alicia. They do discuss Rulala's party that's coming up. It seems like Rosie wants to tell Rula about the video. Rosie, you are becoming a fan favorite for me each week that comes. One, she's a woman married who's like she don't want kids. That's me. I'm cool on not having them right now. Two, she dealt with the BS and being ganged up on for long enough. But when somebody tried her, she finally came for them. We now know Rosie will read you for filth if you really, really push her to it. She has to be pushed in order to read you for filth, which lets me know she's fair. And now, even though these other women are still been talking about Joellen and the Rula situation and what was learned behind her back, Rosie's the only one who, from the moment that video came out, was like, we need to tell her. We can't just keep looking at stuff and not saying anything. So I'm glad that Rosie is sick of talking behind people's back and wants to tell her. Alicia's not interested in seeing Liz. I'm going to say this, Alicia, I love you. You're likable. It's giving friend of, though, because if you are not interested in seeing Liz, and then when you do see her, you're squashing beefs and not standing up for yourself because I don't want to fight with her. Even when your family's telling her she got y'all messed up, why are you here? It's starting to look like she doesn't have a backbone. If you don't have a backbone, you're not going to do well on a show.
Tell the truth. You telling the truth and
Not
shaming the
trying to
devil.
be.
That shit pissed me off too.
I thought it was just me, but I know the internet really loves Alicia Carmody. I get that. She's likable and she's lovable. But if you can't go toe to toe with somebody, you're not going to make it. You're going to get swallowed up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That I know I get everybody likes her as well. I'm still trying to get on that train, but no, she keeps disappointing me episode by episode.
Damn, not episode by episode. Oh, poor Alicia. Poor Alicia, Lord. How my man said it in Mean Girl, she doesn't even go here. I love that movie. When I see crackheads or crazies on BART or like little young ratchet hoes, and that's the train station, the subway, if you will, out here. I do that sometimes, and people be laughing who don't know. I'm like, doesn't even go here. When the BART police come get their ass, I sure do. Because why did you get on this train spreading your demonic energy? Never understand it. Bravo loves that kind of stuff. They do. I feel like Bravo lets housewives of a certain color get away with giving nothing compared to on shows where there are housewives of color. Because, my God, Alicia is not doing much. Or Rula, they can both go. Rosie will call them a slam pig. They better watch out. People on Google, Miss Rosie. We're going to move forward, though, from the scene with Rosie and Alicia. Did you want to add anything?
No, they weren't talking about that.
A lot of this episode, there wasn't much. I can see we're at the end. Next week is the finale, so they definitely got the editing right. Take notes, Carlos King and OWN. Liz and Alicia make peace at this party. I'm going to, before we get into that, Liz goes into the party pretty much saying that she wants to be cordial with Alicia, and she feels like homeless does have different meanings. You were so strong about this girl not being homeless, got into it with her when you have known her entire life, and you are close to her family because your deceased mother was best friends with her mother. You went and you attacked Joellen for saying to you that you need to just calm down or squash it. Then you attacked her physically. Then you went and talked about her behind her back just for your motherfucking ass to come back on this TV screen and say that you can now acknowledge that homelessness has different meanings. It does, but I would have respected Liz more if she stood on what she said about Alicia, because Alicia is wrong. She was not homeless. The barrier to her being homeless was that house she lived in with her grandparents. That's what it's called. It's called a social determinant of health. If y'all gonna make me explain the actual term that someone who works in the field would use. It's a social determinant of health. She was not homeless yet. But Liz has decided to show us that she's a backflipper and a flip-flopper. And I was just really annoyed with the fact that she is doing this, but they are now cordial. Liz says she would take it back if she could. How do you feel about Liz's change of heart?
Like you just said, it was a cop-out, because here's the thing, Liz. I would have respected you a little bit more had you stood on it as well. Now, where you are wrong at is your attack on Joellen. I feel like you are definitely wrong for that, because Joellen didn't deserve that, regardless of how you may have felt. There was a way you could have handled that. And with the whole thing with the Alicia, as soon as Alicia was delusional about her life and how she grew up, I would have just left it alone. If I know and I saw with my own eyes how you were living and you gave me some bullshit, I'm just going to say, okay, you can have it. That's how you feel. Nothing. There's a way that she could have acknowledged how Alicia felt, but still been right. And I think that's what she's missing.
I think that's what she's missing. And I think what Alicia is missing is that even if somebody came at her like that, I think Alicia still would have been offended. I feel like she will cry because she dropped the grape.
I wouldn't have said, and that's the thing. If I was Liz, I wouldn't have said anything. You have to sometimes let people live and be in their own delusions, regardless if you understand it or not. Even if you know that not to be true, it's not really up to you. And that's where I think, for me, is where I have to disconnect with Liz, because that's not up to you to tell this woman. Even though we know the truth, it's still not up to you to do that. So you still made her feel a way, and you need to be accountable for that, but still stand in what you know. That's all I'm saying.
All she had to do was apologize for her delivery. That's it. Stand on what you stand on. I wouldn't let any of my friends get away with saying they're homeless if that's not the case, but I wouldn't come at them the way that Liz came at her. Stand on what you believe, but do not, please, do not just suddenly change your opinion because somebody's hella fucking sensitive. Like, honestly, Alicia, the energy that you put into being annoyed about this comment, you need to put that into why you're not married. That's what you need to figure out. Let's go through the comments. Kendrick Lamar, what they talking about? They talking about nothing. That's pretty much. I can't stand it older. I'm always right dish. Like, let it go, Liz. Yeah, I agree.
Exactly.
I agree, Naya. She needs not her bed's up. That's right. Just because they old don't mean they're always right. There's a lot of older people that think that. There are conspiracy theories saying that the problem in America is from older generations that don't like accepting certain stuff. And it's true. It's true. It's true. There are a certain population, a big chunk of people that get to a certain age and feel like they just know everything. But we are always still learning and developing through life. All of us. It's just something to keep in mind.
Just like the orange sickle.
Well, when your brain is demented and you have a bunch of clinicians and clinical case managers ignoring that, he needs an evaluation. He has every symptom and sign of dementia, but I digress. Liz is missing tact. Alicia's missing marbles and crackers. Yep.
I was hollering at that comment.
If you're so concerned and committed to being homeless, you would think that you would marry your husband, or at the very least, if you chose to not marry him, make sure that you're on the documentation so that you're okay if something happens. That's what I'm saying. Alicia is worried about the wrong stuff. And because Liz is such an asshole, people are just, it's either black or white, when there's like a middle gray point that everyone should look into. Just saying. Just like with Kimmy from Love and Marriage Huntsville, just because you wanted the oldest and married to a younger man don't mean everything you say is righteous. Yeah. The Love and Marriage Huntsville fans, as well as that cast, seem to think that they are the answer. And I will keep saying this, and I will keep pissing off the OWN fans in the comments. Those people are not a good example of love and marriage for any race, any age, any time, any place, whatever the fuck you want to call it. They are a joke as it relates to love and marriage. Everybody's settled. And everybody's miserable. If you're gonna settle, at least be happy in some way.
Right.
My God. Oh my God, Kimmy at the reunion drove me crazy. Shout out to everybody who watched James's review. Kiwan JTV pointed out this morning he got 2,000 views on Love and Marriage Huntsville. I saw you gain some subscribers as well. Keep
almost
up
10. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, guys. Keep up the momentum. I'm still encouraging James to step out. I believe his channel will grow 50 times more once he gives us 50 times more content. It will grow. It will grow. Give the people something to watch. If I was you, I'd be like,
I need to get 50 times more dollars, and then I could do all of that.
Why? You covering 3 shows now, fine. I'm covering over 10 with the same dollars. You could do it. You just got to make the time, friend.
We do not make the same dollars, but that's okay.
I don't pay for anything. The only thing I pay for is StreamYard. That's it. But once you get like a camera, you shouldn't be rebuying cameras and microphones constantly. So you'll be okay. You'll be okay. But I'm encouraging him to do more content, even if it's reading this book. Me too. And her boobs were about to pop out of, oh, Lord. I don't understand Kimmy. She always wants to show her titties, which tells me she's young-minded. Very young-minded. They are fake millionaires.
Tisha, we are millionaires sitting on this stage.
No, not at all. That is good though. If you haven't watched this Love and Marriage Huntsville video, it is in the Watch Your Mouth Reviews playlist here on my channel, or click the link in the description of this video. Go to his channel. He also covers Bell Collective, a bunch of Bravo shows. Tap in. If you build it, if you build it, they will come. You just gotta add, keep adding, keep reviewing, keep doing whatever you're doing. But it also works because you do Love and Marriage Huntsville on Sunday. It's right after it airs. So everybody's like, I gotta go talk about this shit.
Yep.
They'd be excited. I saw somewhere that they are no longer serving food at Black. Did they serve food?
I never knew they said. I don't listen. I never looked at the menu. Never saw what drinks they had, and I don't know what time Black is open during the day or night.
I know they filmed a music video there for Ken and his little fake ass thing. But moving forward, y'all, Bill, Kelsey, Rosie, and Rich, they talk. Rosie and Bill are, I guess, now a real couple. I don't take not a damn couple serious. Here's the thing, if you break up with somebody and then you are immediately in another relationship, I don't take your shit seriously. If you break up with somebody and you in a new relationship a month later, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take your relationship seriously for at least a year. Like, people need to learn how to give themselves a fucking cool off period. Kelsey has had no cool off period with her breakup. And Bill, I feel like it's unrealistic and expecting for Kelsey to like not have this man pay for stuff and all of that when you were okay fucking her, getting with her, taking her on dates while she was with the other guy. So I look at Kelsey and Bill like a joke. I feel like Rosie and Rich do as well. Rich was funny. I love Rich. Nobody can get me to hate Rich or Rosie. They looked and Rich is like, can you guys, so we could just get over it and at least be cordial? I said, that's right, Rich. Move past it, because Bill don't know what's going on. He just got here and he's rented. Like, he don't know what the hell is happening. But they do make peace. Kelsey finally admitted that it was too soon for a joke. I don't know why Kelsey couldn't accept when Rosie tried to tell her it was too soon to be joking before she went off on her. But now she is. Rosie apologized for her reaction, which was a smart way of saying, I apologize for my reaction to the bullshit that you started in my house. Best way to give an apology if somebody else started it. But Rosie was funny because she said what we were all thinking. She was like, I'm just going to make peace because we all know that Kelsey's going to start some shit again later. However, Rosie said, I will not be engaging going forward. Best thing she can do, because Kelsey, outside of her shady men for her storyline, doesn't give much on this show at all. She's giving Ashley Darby in that once her men are no longer a topic of discussion, she's going to just stir up the pot and start shit in ways that are just incredulously unethical. So
absolutely great comparison. Yes,
they're the same.
They're the same.
Hoes with good money, big foreheads, and great lip line. What can we do? Did you want to add anything to their meeting?
No, we can move on.
Not much happened. Yeah. Sorry, James. I'm trying to give you a shot to, but not much happened. I'm looking at the notes.
Not much happened. Yeah. The only thing I can go off on is Liz at the end.
Let's not strong arm. Let's strong arm James some subs. Bring that ass over here. We got snacks. Oh Lord. It's hard on YouTube, you guys. There are some weeks I'll put a video or a live and I'll get like 10, 15 views. And there's other weeks I'll do it and that same content will get hundreds of views or thousands of views. So it's difficult. It's definitely difficult. But who was it? 5X, who will be on this channel on Sunday, posted something recently talking about just keep going. I guess that's right. Just keep swimming like Dory. That's what I'm doing on YouTube. I can swim. I could do that much. Were they serving Miss Wanda's nasty looking baked potatoes? I don't want to eat nothing from nobody shaped like Miss Wanda. How about that?
I don't want to eat from somebody's food truck that literally looked like it was abandoned from a junkyard.
Yeah. And in the hot Alabama heat. I'd
rather know. Yeah.
Didn't Kelsey have a cool off period with her ex-boyfriend? Didn't they say she moved out of that house 2 years ago? All I can do is go off of what she says on the show. That's all. But I'm sure she's lying about that.
Oh, of course.
I want to see them question her about it at the reunion, but I feel like Bravo won't because it puts a hole in production situation as well.
I would be upset if they did not question that at the reunion.
I don't feel like they will. I don't know why, but I don't feel like they will. Kelsey is just seeing Bill until she finds another sugar daddy. Right, because Bill ain't rich enough. She said it over and over and over. And you're never going to attract a husband if you're looking for one just based on money, or you'll attract one that you'll lose. Look at Portia. Okay, she done married up a couple of times. Didn't work out. If you actually want the love, look past just the funds. Billy Bob. Billy Bob said, you don't need him. You got me. Kelsey said, but that money though?
For real, because my Range Rover don't start every time I press the button. So I got to, still get this man's
You
money.
tell me her coochie ain't that great, because if I got a man that's paying for my lifestyle, he would have for sure had me with a brand new Range Rover instead of having me with the one that barely start. So she ain't doing something that great. I bet the old girl out there in Miami with him 6 months of the year, I bet her Range Rover.
And I guarantee you, it's not a 2019 like yours.
I'm trying to tell you, you're not gold digging right if your car barely starting on TV, baby. You're not doing it right. They were not visually appealing either. Damn. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. I'll eat there when Tisha can say expo correctly. Makes no sense.
That word or
degree, she can't
event. She screamed, I'm at an event. I'm like, what the fuck is an event?
I just don't want her to talk. It's like a squawking pig in my ear. But Rosie and Alicia, they go over to talk to Rula at this party. They mention how Rula was the topic of the conversation when the ladies went to the trip in Newport that Rula missed because she was dying or in an ambulance or something, missing a leg. But they discussed what was shown in the video. Kelsey made it very clear. She's like, I don't feel right just talking about this behind your back. And I was pissed off because Rula said to Rosie that she does appreciate her for coming to her with the information. Rula also says she does not think that Rosie was coming at her from a bad place. But in Rula's confessional, this bitch had me fucked up. And that's why I haven't been the most graceful towards Rula. I know a lot of channels and creators and people are like, well, what if she's not feeling well and this and that? And I get that, yes, this woman's man, like a man treating you like shit, whether you're a girl, boy, in a same-sex relationship, transgender, or that polyamorous shit, a person that treats you like trash, ignores you, is not giving you affection, is cheating on you publicly, lying about their whereabouts, that impacts people. You are causing trauma. Now, people may not think about it that way, because obviously Brian Pontarelli is not, but you are causing people trauma, and it is selfish as fuck to get into a relationship if you know that you can't give people what they need, or you know that you're not going to be able to do anything right. Like it's selfish. Why waste anybody's time in that way? But Rula found she didn't appreciate Rosie for mentioning the video at the time of her party. Well, when the fuck else was she supposed to mention it? Because girl, you call out more than anybody I've known to call out. Rula calls out all the time. If she's not calling out, she's on an FMLA. If she's not doing that, she's working remotely. But she's not present enough for anybody to talk to you. So you cannot get mad at her for bringing this to you at the party. Also, even though it's you being cheated on, if everybody in Rhode Island knows about you being cheated on, they're going to feel tension or discomfort when they're around you and your husband. So you have to address things. How do you feel about their talk? Because Alicia just sat there like a deer in headlights, and Rula looked at her and was like, why aren't you the one telling me this? Which shows that she would have wanted Alicia to do it, but Alicia's too much of a coward and scary to go to her friend and say that. If I catch James's spouse doing something, I'm not even calling. I'm on the plane. Okay. I'll be like, I'll be there in 6 hours. We gonna talk. And that's it. Like, why are you waiting and letting someone who just met her tell her something that's hurtful about a friend that you've had for a while, Alicia? I thought that was a little weird, but we know Alicia's scared of the air at this point. But how'd you feel about it, James?
Sorry if y'all hear stuff in the background. Post Malone is over there rehearsing across.
We can barely hear you, let alone the background.
Oh, okay, very good. So here's the thing. This is my problem with Alicia, because I absolutely agree with Rula. I feel like, why aren't you saying anything? You knew this weeks before Rosie brought it up today. So y'all could have been told this, but at the same time, Rula, your ass is never at work for anybody to tell you shit anyway. So how the hell are they supposed to tell you something when your ass don't show up to shit? And then when you meet up with people, it's only to be messy and talk about Joe Ellen. Or if you are meeting on camera, you hurt, you in bed, you're sick, everybody, you got 50-11 illnesses. Like, so at the same time, I feel her. And then also, if they do tell you, you don't give a fuck anyway because you're still with the man. So what are they supposed to do? And it's not like the woman's unfamiliar to your husband. So I don't know. It's annoying because either way, it's fucked up on both sides. They're damned if they do, damned if they don't, because even if she does know, she ain't gonna do shit about it. But just sit there and go, why are you guys telling me this? You just want to destroy my marriage. And it's like, okay, well then fine.
Whether they tell you or not,
he's still out there cheating. Yeah, they talking about it, he's still out there cheating. Yeah. So it's like, well then what the fuck do you want them to do? Like, damn. Like, they damn.
She must be one of them Geminis heavy in the Libra qualities, because the Libras do that shit. They be
no, she a June Gemini.
Afraid.
She might be.
I know she's a June Gemini, but I'm saying she got, Libra and Aquarius are the signs that are most like Geminis and come directly from us on the astrological chart. Like a Libra is a Gemini and a Aquarius is a Gemini. They just have slightly different like main focal points, but she's operating like a Libra would.
Okay, well now it's not the time for you to be meticulous. Okay, we don't need that right now.
Rula deflects.
Yes, we don't need that right now.
And she lacks accountability.
Right.
And Libras do that. They do. So she's given that, but she's also a June Gemini, so that's part of the problem. So sorry, y'all. I'm flipping the channel and I flipped to Welcome to Derry and the scene where Richie is about to, what, in the fire zone. Oh Lord, Shanny. Rula in that Christmas lighted dress. She needs to eat something because she always looks like she could just fall out of her clothes. Terrible. Her husband wanted to know where she was at all times. Blink, blink. Alicia said, I don't want no smoke. Then leave the show or become a friend of. Rula ain't going to believe anything anyways. Tell her and let karma do the rest. I think Rula knows about the cheating. I'm pretty sure she knows. It's on social media. As Joellen said, it's on social media. Like it's everywhere. And they've already said Rhode
Island is small, so it's like everyone's heard the rumors and everything. So where there's smoke, there's fire. I believe she knows as well.
There's no way she doesn't know.
Yeah, I think that she just doesn't care.
Yeah, American Born seems to agree Alicia needs a backbone. She does. You cannot do group settings if you don't have a backbone. You just cannot, on or off of television. Alicia, you know about this video when y'all had that nice little walk on the beach and ran into Joellen's neighbor that she says she don't rock with no more. I believe she's known before that. And I think that's why she avoids filming so much, because she knew what was out there already. Because why else wouldn't we have met her in the first or second episode? Your dick is ruining the marriage. He don't care because his dick is happy. Brian Pontarelli is happy. He do not care. Rula knows what's up. She's trying to let her husband cheat in peace and let the mistress do it with him, because I don't think Rula wants him. I don't think she wants him anymore. But because of her culture and how they frown upon divorce, I feel like that could be why she stays. I also feel like she is in a better place financially. People like to assume that just because someone has MD behind their name, that they're making great money, but it costs a lot of money to start, build, and maintain a medical practice of any sort. In addition to that, we know that the side chick owns a percentage of his business. So I feel like she is trying to let him end it if it does happen. But yeah, she's definitely a lot. She doesn't want him. A woman that wants her man would have been frustrated and in tears at all that's happening. She don't even choke up at the voice, if we're being honest. Like, she don't even choke up. But the last thing we see, or not the last thing, the next thing we see, we're done with the party. I am glad that Rosie told her what she needed to know. Kelsey and Liz go clamming, but I don't think they were going to find clams at the end of the summer in Rhode Island, just what they was doing on the beach. But they go clamming together, and Kelsey wants to get the group of ladies as well as their husbands together for a summer event. Never trust a woman who is okay with dating the way that she does, inviting you and your spouse to an event. Okay? I would have showed up independently and she would have had to be mad like Tiffany on Bell Collective Birmingham, because absolutely not. Absolutely not. But this is Kelsey's plan and the summer event. Liz doesn't care about seeing Joellen. Liz also says she doesn't think she's wrong. And I do appreciate you for asking her that question, Kelsey, because she doesn't think she's wrong. And it's disgusting. She has not lived enough life to not be wrong. It's just not happened. But Do you have anything to add to that scene? Because I'm not surprised.
Yes, I'm not surprised either, and that's the problem with Liz. Liz keeps saying like, "I'm misunderstood, and I just don't understand why people think I'm evil. I'm not evil." And all that crying she did in the fucking confessional. Lady, you are evil. Sorry, not sorry. You're evil, and this is what you get. That's all I'm gonna say.
If Liz would have took some form of accountability for her behavior, I would have felt better. But to say, I don't think I'm wrong, I'm not apologizing to the person who truly didn't do anything to you, who you shoved in a chair, pulled her hair, called her names, is crazy. And just because a friend gets involved in a dispute doesn't suddenly give you the right to say all these nasty things about their character, which is what Liz did. If James does something to irritate me, I'm not going to be like, well, you've always been a horrible person and you've always done this and that. It's like, whoa, just because someone's done something to you don't mean that suddenly they are all of these things, unless that's really how you felt about them. And I feel like Liz may have felt this way about Joellen for some time, especially if y'all go back to earlier episodes and look at how she was commenting in her confessional versus how she was commenting in person. I would say that 4th of July party was the best example from earlier in the season. Liz is wishy-washy as fucking flip-floppy. She ain't loyal to nobody, in my opinion. I just do not trust her. Last thing we see of the, oh, Naya, my bad. They got clams. Nobody but their men wants them. The way y'all roast them. Brian is a slimy, dusty little troll. He looked like he stank or sweat a lot.
I don't even want that image in my head.
His mugshot was funny though. I'm wondering if that will impact his medical license. Because like, if you are a practicing physician and then you go and you're arrested for stalking and harassment, I would assume that that counts as HIPAA violation, especially if it's of your wife who's one of your patients. I don't know. I just got out of work and could be thinking too much into the healthcare realm, but I'm wondering if like his license will be investigated because of that. Just curious. That's happened to doctors in California that I've worked with. So I'm like, ooh, is that good for him? No, they went for clams. Rhode Island's known for clams, and they didn't get anything. They didn't get anything. They eventually ended up sitting on them. They're not,
because they weren't doing it right.
No, they were not doing it right. I'm like, you got to go into the water. Usually.
Right. And it's the lumps. Yeah, they weren't doing it right. But, I remember. Yeah.
Shout out Fisherman's Wharf. Taught me and James a lot. Oh, Lord. Don't forget to hit the like button. Even those in the bushes. Not in the bushes. Just want to go to the bush and weep. I will forever love Iyanla for that one episode where she went to the bush and she really walked to the bush and wept.
Oh yeah, you got to go to the Mother Earth and give your problems to the earth.
Oh God! Too late in the season as well. That could have been it. I would imagine that crabbing and at the end of the season on a public beach is probably, you're not going to get much. It's probably a lot of people had that same idea. Just go to the grocery store, get some clams, put them on the grill.
They come in a little sack that's see-through. Y'all can just go ahead and just they come in a little sack that's see-through, and then you can hold it up just like this, and then get you some white wine, put it in the pan, and throw the motherfuckers in there. Wait till they open.
Or Kelsey, just call whoever you was gonna have to call to cook it or buy it, because you just go cook nothing anyway. Yeah. That clip was everything. Iyanla is so unintentionally funny. She is. I'll never forget when she told Hazel-E, no, I want you to rap your lyrics to this picture of Harriet Tubman. Let the ancestors know how you feel. And Hazel-E said, I got a big bubbly butt, twerk it. I was cracking up. Y'all, help me convince James to recap. We need to figure that out. I know you want to do Patreon. If you do old reactions to Iyanla, count.
But see, no, because sometimes my reactions gonna be ignorant because I'm gonna be laughing at shit that ain't funny.
That's me. That's why it's on Patreon. Okay.
Especially the episode when the people was cooked the shells and that meat sauce, and now y'all are picking up with that spoon and said, "This is what y'all eating."
Oh dear Lord. James is very interested in Patreon. He's actually a person who put me on to looking into it.
Yes.
I am too. I am trying to learn it. But once we figure out Patreon, I'm kind of tempted to move Watch Your Best Friends there so that we can have
because we want to watch because we want to do a segment where we watch movies grown and discuss the problems that we see now that we're grown.
But it's near impossible on YouTube without getting copyrighted.
Right.
Even if you put the disclaimer like you're supposed to, they still copyright you. I've gone far enough to get permission from the copyright owners when I was doing music reviews, and they still would copyright. So I was like, you know what, I ain't got time. But the last thing we see of this episode, you guys, because not much happened, was Joellen and her husband are considering going, they're considering going to this event that Kelsey's going to throw for the husbands in the group and the ladies. They don't know if they want to go. Primarily, Joellen is unsure if she wants to go because she is unsure if she wants to have a friendship with Liz. She doesn't like the way Liz is treating her, but she says she does care about Liz. Like, Joellen is me. James will tell y'all, if people disrespect me, I'm quick to cuss them out or square up. I don't care if it gets to that point. However, if it's someone you care about, you should be a little softer. Like, I would never curse him out, you know, but you should be softer for the people you care about. But also, just because you care about people doesn't give them the right to play with you. Not with your time, not with your money, not with your emotions, not with your feelings, your family. If it's important to you, it doesn't give them the right to play with that. So I feel like Liz took advantage of a friendship thinking she could get away with screaming at Joellen and get an apology. But because that's not happening, she's giving her hell. Maybe Liz will behave around her husband. Do you think Liz will behave at this event?
No, I don't think she's going to behave. I don't think she's going to behave for more than one reason. One, she feels like she does nothing wrong. And two, she feels like Joellen is beneath her and doesn't deserve her time. So you can't tell somebody like that who's already had their mind made up that you missed the friendship and you want her back into your good gracious. That's kissing up to her, which is exactly what Liz wants secretly. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't get, like, Joellen better than me because I wouldn't give Liz a satisfaction. Like, I would be intentionally rude. I would be mean as fuck. She couldn't say nothing in my direction. I would get all the girls together and go out and intentionally leave her ass at home. I would do all kind of shit.
He said, we ain't got nothing to talk about, baby.
We ain't got nothing to talk about, but I'm going to have a good time. Thank you for the invitation.
Patreon is really nice. You can watch what you want in there. I'm curious about it because I know you have to like charge people, but then I see some people don't charge. So I'm still learning Patreon. Once I learn it, I will get into it. Like, YouTube has been something I was always interested in doing, going back to high school. So I had plenty of time to research that, but I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have not looked into Patreon as much, but I want to. And when I was trying to look into it, I tried to upload a video. They were like, to upload a video, you have to have a specific software that you have to like buy. So there's a lot you can do there, but a lot of what you do, you have to pay extra for. So I'm like, let me just wait until I'm fully ready. She said, do it. Those recaps would be epic. They absolutely would. They absolutely would. I would never curse out my really, really good friend, but I would ask him, what the fuck are you talking about? I've done that when I've gotten irritated with friends. I will tell them. I won't curse them out, but I will let them know, you did this. You played with me in this way. I do not appreciate it. And if you ever do it again, I'll never entertain you in whatever way you play with me. I am that way. I am that person. I am that person, Lord. Lord help me.
I wish I was that person.
You should be. That's how you find out who's really a friend or not.
Right.
You'd be surprised. Joella said, I will punch you in your face to Liz. I have hope for her. Oh, yeah. Joellen will be okay. Liz can stand it. Do those recaps of that, and then it'll give me a reason to actually watch her because I never watched one episode. Honestly, Ayala is not certified on any of that. I believe she has she can be called a life coach, but she's not really qualified to fix anyone's life, and her own was a hot mess too. She's for entertainment. She's for entertainment, our auntie. Meanwhile, it's the friendship that Liz said didn't exist that's saving her ass. That part, isn't that funny? Best point anybody could have made. Friendship that do not exist is the exact one that's saving your ass. I think Liz might be a little fearful of Joellen, personally. She's not used to people fighting her back.
Oh, yeah, that's why she was doing things when Joellen's head was turned, and Joellen didn't know what to do, but just leave the situation. And see, Joellen, I would have been mad if you'd have just mushed her out while you was walking out to see what she was gonna do. Just mush her, yeah.
Boston would never let them come back.
Look, we would have went to jail.
Because Joellen is me. Sometimes it's best if I just walk away and say nothing to anybody. Because the flipping tables, taking Richard's microphone, bopping her over the head with it, it would have been a lot. So sometimes people don't realize the grace that they get, or someone walking out is actually not because you won, not because you've scared or bullied them, Liz, because I know that's what you wanted, but because they trying to protect your face from their hands. So, I wish you would have tripped her, y'all. That's really it for this episode. The finale is next week, you guys. So be sure to tap in with the finale of the show. I will be live again covering that. I'm probably going to be live next week at, I'm going to say 5 o'clock again, because I have some field work I need to do next week. And then I also have stuff to do in person for school, oddly, which I'm not happy about. But we will be back 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time next week. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Shani said, remember, Joella was in those group homes. I think she got hands. Oh, yeah, she was in school with the legally illegal kids, okay?
Oh, yeah.
She's not scary. Not eat a gummy. That's probably what's wrong with her.
Yeah, she probably needed. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, listen, they don't give her the reaction most of us think she should have. Then, if anything, they give her the wrong reaction.
It should calm you down.
It should calm you down, not hype you up.
Y'all, but I hope that anybody who made it to the end of this live, give the video a like if you enjoy what we do. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy us as well. If you're unsure what other shows that we cover, please see the playlists that are on my channel. They're organized by show and or network. Other than that, I appreciate everybody for watching. We're going to head over to the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel. The link's in the description of this video for you guys to click. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you as well, American Born. And we will see y'all next time. Au revoir.